Showtime. Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Lewis of the Way It Kicks channel. Got my man, Mr. Think I'm Possible. We doing a special live today on Monday. What's going on with you, bro?
I'm doing good, brother. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. Doing real good. Look, I know this isn't our normal format here. This is just me and my guy right now. We just chopping it up. Didn't have the other fellas, you know what I mean? And we're going to talk about some topics on here that we probably wouldn't normally put out there through the podcast, but got a lot that we want to talk about, interact with you guys out there, you know what I'm saying? We out here doing our thing.
Man, all day, man. We just going to share our thoughts and opinions, and most importantly, I want to hear what you got to say about it as well. So as y'all tap in, man, go ahead and jump in the comment section and just, you know what I'm saying? My man D just jumped in here. My man Maurice is in the building, executive talk.
Yeah. What's going on to y'all, man? Appreciate y'all tapping in. What's up? Man.
Yeah, what up?
Shoot. All right, well, where you want to start, man? I know you wanted me to get on here with you, so what you got for me, bro?
Yeah, man. You know, well, we can just let it flow the way we normally do. You know what I mean? We can definitely start with this whole Trump deal, you know, because clearly it's been taking the media by storm. You know, there's been some excitement within the news. You know, there's some excitement with Nike and, you know, business and, you know, all that good stuff. You know, politics and, you know.
Yeah, Nike going after the customizers now.
Nike seems to be putting their foot down, man.
Who's next, bro? The botters?
Right.
The botters?
Right? Because we already know they're not doing nothing about backdooring, but we'll come back to that.
Yeah, man. Well, so as of right now, they're not. We've heard rumors that obviously they were upset with the way the Travis Scott Canaries released.
Right.
But, you know, until we see something officially, mum's the word as far as I know over there in Beaverton.
Yep.
But you asked me about that Trump situation. Not for nothing, bro. Did you see the I forgot who makes it, but he does like the cartoons, and then they do like the rapping, like they act like they're in the studio session and stuff. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it.
I gotta send it to you because like I'm watching it, but first off, it's the whole like get rich and die trying theme. But they show him drawn with and it's not even like actual likeness. You can just see like it's like his hair and you know, they kind of make it to look like it's supposed to be Trump, right?
Right.
And they put a bulletproof vest on him and it says get elected or die trying.
Right.
I'm like, bro.
Right. My man can officially put the shirt on and says I got shot one time.
And then allegedly, I don't know if it's Photoshop or not, but 50 had a picture up at a concert he did where he put Trump's face on his old album cover, Get Rich or Die Trying. Did you see that?
Nah. Man.
He said, well, man, just a sneakerhead goes, and nobody behind Trump got hit.
Right.
You know what? That's interesting. Listen, there's a lot right now going on. There's some conspiracy theories out there that there were people behind him in the crowd who knew it was going to happen, particularly to some woman with like a black hat on, who when the shots were fired, she was the only person to not duck. She's just standing there with her phone recording.
And fam, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've watched, you know, videos, different angles, whatever. Just Sneakerhead also said he got grazed by AR-15. He still got his ear intact. Cap, right? My man probably got like the Evander Holyfield. You gonna call him Evander?
Yo, did you, bro? That is so funny you bring that up because right after it happened, there was another picture floating around. It said, "This is what the Netflix special is going to be like," and so you know how a lot of people are upset that Netflix is telling some of these historical events through these movies, but they keep changing the character. Like the guy they're talking about in the show is supposed to be like this big burly white dude, but for whatever reason in the Netflix show is this small black woman that's supposed to be this particular character, right? So in this case here, they're like, yeah, they're going to use Evander Holyfield's face, like they're going to use him to tell the story of Trump. Like I was
That's
just like,
terrible.
oh my goodness,
That is
bro.
terrible. I love
It is. It is. It's wild that they're
Yo.
doing that here. But the internet is so quick. It's so quick to think
Jump
of these
on it.
different things, man.
Oh man,
You know what I
jump
mean?
on it. Yep.
So, but yeah, his comment about the AR-15 ear still intact. Yeah, I mean, listen, I ain't trying to get flagged, but you know, when you talk about the velocity of rounds and what they can do and stuff like that, like yeah, there's no way, because you're talking about, you know, a 223's got a velocity of like 2,000 feet plus per second.
Per second. Yep. Yeah.
You know,
it is.
unless you, they say, unless you're standing at like beyond 6 football fields, it can do some serious, it can do some
this guy
serious
wasn't
work
that
to
far.
somebody.
This guy wasn't that far away.
Nah.
I was gonna say something, and I totally lost my train of thought. Dang. If it comes back to me, I'll.
Okay.
It was regarding. Oh, okay. I remember now. So I heard that there was a second person who deceased. It was a firefighter. Where was he standing at? You know, in conjunction to.
You know what? I didn't hear that at all. Actually,
Okay,
about
okay.
a firefighter that deceased. I did hear.
I don't
Someone
think he was
told
on
me.
duty. I just think he was at the rally, but apparently he was a firefighter.
Got you.
But you know, who knows?
Yeah, I did not hear that. All I hear about is the person who actually, you know, did the act or whatever, and you know, there's pictures apparently of him taken out and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know.
Bo, what up, man?
What's going on, Bo Dominican? What's going on with you, bro? Appreciate you tapping in right now. Me and my guy, Mr. Think, chopping it. I don't really know as far as what even the full story is. I did see that my man was already playing golf today.
Right.
You know, he was already out playing golf.
Yeah.
He, you know, they got T-shirts made. I mean, look. Here's the thing, right? If that girl, the Hawk Tour girl, can become an overnight sensation with what happened with her, you know darn well they was going to look to try to monetize this and use it to his advantage.
Absolutely, and I think it's working. That's the craziest part, because one thing about it, generally speaking, right? I'm not just saying this is everyone's view, but one thing about America is like Ford, right? Like built tough, you know, strong. Tough. So one thing about like American or being American is like being like bravado and being strong and tough and, you know, right? Go get attitude. So like there's almost nothing more patriotic in America than being shot, bro. Like that's almost like a patriotic thing. Like, you know, like, well, you know, I took one for the team. You know, so,
yeah, I mean, yeah, essentially, yes.
And watch
you
this.
know,
And then it's one thing to take one for the team, and then, you know, Trump comes out and be like, hey guys, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and back out this race, and I had to talk with my family, and, you know, good luck to whoever's next, but I just can't do this. But then it's another thing, you know, to come up and be like, yeah, USA. Yeah.
Right after it happened.
Right after it happened,
Like that picture.
There's something patriotic about that.
It's gonna be iconic.
For sure.
No matter how you feel about the guy, you're going to see that picture for years to come with the Secret Service surrounding him, and he's there with a bloody ear holding his fist up. Like,
right. Like go America. You know, oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Essentially, yes. You know what I mean? And, you know, and the internet right away did what they do as far as making the memes about it and saying the things that they say, and you know,
Big
just
Keith
all this stuff out here. What's going on, Big Keith? How you doing, bro? You know what I mean? I just think if anything, this is going to this is going to make him more brazen, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
This is going to make him more brazen, you know.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I mean, it's I mean, when you think about how that could have turned into, I mean, first off, obviously we've had some assassination attempts in the past, and we all know what happened to JFK. You know what I mean? And how to, but to possibly have seen that in our lifetime, bro, that would have been nuts, in my opinion.
Yeah, and yeah, yeah, that is which also leads to like another motion. Like people are questioning the validity of this event, right? But an emergency happened, and apparently two people lost their lives. So, um, I don't know, man. That is the times we're living in such dangerous, crazy times right now, too. Like when you really, and then I don't know if you've seen this. I can pull it up, right, and send it to you. But Elon Musk has officially come out and said, I fully endorse, Donald Trump,
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in like the comment section, this is on X, on Twitter X, and somebody was like, hey, Trump, you need to beef up your security. And they said that to Elon Musk as well, like, hey guys, you might want to kind of beef up your security. Elon Musk put a statement out there and said, yeah, I've already had 2 attempts on my life.
Trump said he had 2 attempts?
No, Elon Musk did.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, wait, hold on, what? It was like, yeah, I've already had people get after me as well. I'm not gonna back down or whatever. But and it's like, all right, all right.
Yeah.
This shit
Just
become a
thinking here goes,
trend.
wait, somebody actually passed during that whole thing. I didn't hear about that. Yeah, I didn't hear about it either. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
So,
But
but yeah, like I said, there's 1,000 different coverages and 1,000 different articles on it. So, you probably even more by now. But I've heard that there are two people. They say that the CIA or Secret Service, should I say, neutralized the gunman, and then there was
mm,
another person that I've heard who died. From what I've been hearing was that he was a firefighter. I don't think he was on duty, like a firefighter on duty, but someone else who had gotten shot in the
interesting.
process. I don't
Interesting.
know during what time frame of this person deceasing, but yeah, apparently there's two people dead. That's you know from the
Yeah, I
last.
mean, listen, I'm sure as the week goes on, we're going to hear about more information that gets released about the situation. A lot of interviews are going to happen with people who supposedly know who this person was that tried to take a shot at Trump, and we're just gonna have to see how the rest of this plays out. I did see an article today about how now they are providing Secret Service protection to RFK Jr., who originally was going to try and run as a Democrat and then switch to independent when he wasn't afforded the protection after an attempt on his life that happened, I believe it was last summer, actually.
I remember you mentioning that because I really didn't remember that.
Yeah, so I just saw an article get put out there today that they're giving him the Secret Service protection now. And for those of you who didn't know, yes, we're talking about Robert Kennedy Jr. He's actually running as an independent. He was going to try to run on the Democratic side, but the Democrat, there were a lot that did not want him to do so because they felt as though at the time that Biden was going to be their best chance to go ahead and win the presidency against who they believed Trump that was going to be put out there. So, listen, November 5th is fast approaching. We'll see how this all plays out with certain things that are happening and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's just, yeah, man, crazy times right now, bro.
It
Crazy
is
times we're living in.
straight up. Yeah, it is.
So,
It is, man. It
but
is. Hey, chat. Let me ask you guys real quick before we move on to our Nike talk. What do you guys think about this situation? I mean, there is a part of me that I've shared this with you guys before. I was in New York during 9/11. It was before I moved out to Colorado, and at the time, I felt really bad. I'm gonna share this really fast.
go
At the
ahead. Go
time,
ahead.
when I've watched the second tower fall in person, like I literally watched it fall in
Oh, I
person,
didn't know that. I did not know
I
that.
felt bad because I was with a good friend of mine. His name is Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were together, and it was like exciting. And I'm not even gonna lie, like it was exciting to watch. Like, I mean, the towers fell, big cloud of smoke all over the city. We was like, oh, like we were all hyped, and what I mean, kind of like it was
Yeah.
exciting to watch in person.
Yeah.
Until I went back to his house after that. We turned on the news, and then it clicked. I was like, yo, people are literally dying right now. And that was when it kind of really set in. So all of that excitement, all that jumping down we were doing, it wasn't because we were like traumatized. It was kind of like exciting. And then the
I mean, it's
reality
the initial
and
shock, right?
right. So like I think it's exciting for us to see what happened and video footage of the shooters coming out and all types of things are happening right now. I think it's exciting to see, but also you really have to kind of zoom out and now look at it and be like, wait, what exactly are we doing right now?
Yeah,
Like, like this is absolutely nuts. Like,
yeah.
and watch this. Regardless of what your personal preference on, like whether you like Joe Biden or hate him, whether you like Trump or hate him, or Kamala Harris or anyone else, like anyone, like attempts of their life. I mean, like we shouldn't even be doing this.
We really shouldn't.
Voice your
We
opinion
really
and say you
shouldn't.
don't like somebody. That's cool,
Yeah.
but going after their life, like that is nuts to
Yep.
me, man. That is
Yep.
wow.
Yeah. And listen,
Wow.
I've heard people in the past say, "Oh, I think because of how they are, this, that, and the third, that someone's going to make a true attempt." And it's one thing to say, and you shouldn't really be saying it at all because, it's just, asking somebody to be quote unquote taken out. You know what I mean? Like that. That's wild. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, dude.
like you asking for someone else to do it. You know what I mean? Like really, you want someone else to commit a crime like that to make you happy? Like,
Right.
that's wild. But
Right.
it's just a simple fact that we live in a world now to where we think that the American society should be above these type of things, and it just goes to show how similar we are to the other societies around the world that we kind of look down upon
Right.
when it gets
Right.
down to the nitty gritty.
Here goes a little side note because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But as I look at my screen here, I see a whole lot of silver on my face, and I don't really see much over there at all. So, yeah, you need to get some grays. But anyway,
Yeah, the grays will come when they come, bro. The grays will come when they come.
uh, I'm over here like, man,
Well, that's stress and no stress, I guess, right?
right. I got more salt and pepper.
Anyways, man, let's go ahead and dive into what we really came here to talk about. Look, we try to talk about all things that's happening because it's our world for real. But
Yeah, for sure.
bro, all I'm gonna say is 60 million. 60 million, bro. Nike releases official statement regarding legal action against the shoe surgeon. Now, let me tell you something right now. You see that shoe he's got in his hand, that customized Wu-Tang Jordan 1?
Hmm.
Bro, you know how much he sold that store for?
How much?
$6,500.
Ooh,
They were selling that on site for $6,500, bro.
yeah,
Now, granted, Shoe Surgeon, he's been around for quite some time.
pretty good. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, he's obviously made some dope concepts. There's a bunch of people out there who were saying that he should probably get hired by Nike instead of being sued. But part of Nike's argument is that they have the Shoe Surgeon Academy, and they allege that his academy is teaching people how to make fake Jordan sneakers.
Okay. We've talked about this, but again, I'll let you finish. I'll get back to my point.
You know, also, like, part of so Nike is suing him for 60 million, which is like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really see. I don't know what suit surgeons got to be able to try to fight this. You know what I mean? And we know in the past Nike's been going after now the fake factories and suing them as well for making fake shoes and stuff. But I mean, listen, in my opinion, trying to take fakes off the market isn't going to necessarily help them the way they possibly think it is. But, I'll let you go ahead and I know you said you had some stuff you wanted to say about it. So go ahead, take the floor, bro.
Yeah, well, we've addressed this before, and the same thing goes for the chat. When you are using that, and just a sneakerhead just said it. Wait, so that's fake. So, and that's exactly what I was about to address. What is really considered a fake? And so I'm going to give you an example, but just as an example, if I take this Jordan 1 Heritage right here, and then I take this Jordan 1 True Blue, right, and I there's no patent leather in these, but this is for example purposes, and I collage this and come up with this, then if I'm using all official Nike products to collage into this, then is it fake? I mean, that's my question. Like, what's fake about it when you're using like authentic materials, like when you're customizing authentic materials? That's my question. Is that considered a fake, or is that considered like, well, it wasn't an official shoe released by Nike, which makes it a fake, even though it's all Nike products and materials?
Well, I think on a personal level, I mean, once you purchase the shoe, you can do whatever you want with it. In this case here, he's obviously taking retail shoes, customizing it, and then selling it. I mean, not for nothing, okay, the swoosh, that silhouette, anything that says Nike, those are all trademark
Absolutely.
things.
Absolutely.
And so when you're taking trademark items and selling it as is, especially for a crazy markup that he was selling it for, I mean, it's interesting for the amount of years he's been around customizing sneakers, and
Right.
it's just now gotten to the point where Nike has decided to sue him.
Right. But this is a Jordan 1 Wu-Tang shoe. I mean, it's not named like, the Mr. Think 12s.
It's not. I mean, granted. So what you're saying is that it's still advertising for Nike, is what you're saying? And it is.
Because all right, just a sneakerhead, he said it's all Nike products. So I'm confused. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. Yeah. Like now, if you was like you said, all right. So let's talk about that. If you purchase an item, you can do what you want with it, right? So, yes, I agree with that. Like, those came with black laces. You can't switch out the laces. You can, you can make some changes and alterations to it. Somebody in the bowling alley needed a pair of shoes. I took a little collection. We went and got him some sneakers. But because he has like a medical issue with his foot, to make a long story short, he came to me and he goes, "Hey, bro, the size is right, but it's still a little snug, and it's just more comfortable if I was to cut out the tongue of the shoe. It's your sneakers, bro." So he cut the tongue out. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he altered what I'm trying to say is he altered the sneaker.
Well, no one said you can't. I mean, I've seen people take a Jordan 1 high and they cut the top off and turn it into a low.
Into a low. I saw
but
that.
They're not. But they're not trying to sell it though.
So is the selling the problem?
Really, the selling is the problem. Now, I think maybe it would even be different. So imagine he had a service to where you could send your shoe into him, and he would customize it for you. I think that'd be totally different than he gets a bunch of pairs and sells a set amount of pairs in certain sizes with this customization done.
So,
like, if you sent, for example, like if you, like it's almost like what Pert Payes does with his Air Forces. Like he did all the painting and customized himself. Right. Now, if he said, "Hey, if you want me to do that for you," he said, "I can. Send me a pair of your Air Forces, and I'll do the customization for this amount of money, and I'll send them back to you." I don't think Nike can touch that because you are paying somebody to do customization work to your own personal pair that you purchased.
So how is that different if you purchased the pairs and it's your pairs? Like all of the sneakers we have, and my background and your background, and
again, is he? Because here's the thing, right? Is Shoe Surgeon an authorized Nike distributor?
So that means none of us can sell a shoe?
No, I'm not saying that. But it's one thing to sell. It's one thing to sell
No.
a customized. But we're talking about a customized shoe.
Where I'm getting at is
Go ahead.
I honestly don't really think it's about the customization of the shoe.
Okay.
This is my 2 cents. I'm a nobody.
Okay.
I think Nike wants some of that money. You're making big money behind our backs because watch this. Even if you wasn't even customizing, let's just say we were like resellers and we got the bots and we grab up all of the Travis Scotts for $180, $150, and we're selling it for $1,200. Nike's gonna be sent back like, man, you got people out there buying these shoes for $1,200, and like, yeah, they are. And they're like,
Well, I get it, but
and that's not even a customization at that point.
yeah, which you take me into another point because I think the next people on the list are botters, in my opinion. I mean, there's already legislation out there to make botting illegal. Now, mind you, it didn't stem from sneakers. This stemmed from concert ticket purchases. Mm-hmm. Apparently, there was something going on with a Taylor Swift concert, and someone came in there and bought up all the tickets and then
resold them,
try to resell them at a ridiculous markup, which is how the bill got started. Now, where it's at right now, I think it's just sitting somewhere. I don't know, but you know, they talked about that too, and I mean.
And those Swifties don't pay. They don't play. They will.
Nah, but when you think about it, though, the botting is part of why Nike has some of the problems they do now with people leaving the brand. In my opinion, like you have this, for example, like you're going to be releasing these Wu-Tang Dunks. Now, there's a large segment of people out there that don't want the Wu-Tang Dunks to be released. Why? Because of the clout that it obviously gives to them in their collection, and the fact that they have this shoe, which, you know, there are only 36 pairs created, for in commemoration of Into the 36 Chambers album, right? And people are like, oh, if you release, like, it's going to do something negative now to the prestige of their collection because they're going to release this shoe to the masses.
Right.
But I want to ask you, though, right? Because a lot of what Nike's trying to do is because of where their stock numbers are, right? Mm-hmm. Name me the exclusive shoe from Adidas that you can't get.
I can't think of an exclusive shoe from Adidas that's not obtainable.
Right? But they are killing Nike right now in the stock market.
Because of the availability of it.
The availability, and then what event, and maybe I was talking to you or someone else, what event just ended that showcased Adidas all day long? Sports. Think sports.
Soccer?
Yes. Copa America. And Adidas was the brand that was pretty much Adidas was featured in the finals because they sponsor both Argentina and Colombia.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so all day long on the TV, you saw all this different Adidas apparel for these different teams. You know what I mean? Now, granted, this is why Nike's trying to really jump in there, which is crazy that they got the German soccer team to drop Adidas and sign with them starting here in 2027. But, you know, the fact of the matter is they got to get themselves out in front of people. This thing about having exclusive pairs is really only beneficial to the small segment that we are within the sneakerhead community. The rest of the world don't care about that.
No. Well, you're absolutely right. Which will now go back to the conversation of us hearing that Nike is going to open the vault, right?
Correct.
And release, you know, these sought after kicks. So,
correct.
What you're saying makes sense. It makes total sense.
Correct. Now it's their whole direct to consumer model it worked because why? Because they started that right as COVID hit. And so the only way you could cop sneakers anyhow was through the freaking internet, because you weren't allowed to go out to the store. Yeah, we were all in lockdown. You couldn't go to the stores. You know what I mean? And mind you, I forget what the current CEO's name is. I think his last name's Donahue or something like that, right?
Yep.
He comes over from eBay. A lot of the people he brings over are from eBay. So, you know, that's obviously an internet commerce store. And that's what he was trying to basically make Nike more of, because that's what he comes from.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? And so you have a lot of, and so like we were listening to Wear Tester's video earlier, right? Sneakernomics video we was looking, and they both kind of said the same thing. You've got people in there who don't necessarily understand the roots of the brand. And so now, and I forget the gentleman's name that they're pulling out of retirement, who is trying to help facilitate the relationships now with these retailers, which is why I don't know if you were there or not when I mentioned this, but you can now connect your Nike app information to JD Sport Finish Line, just like you can do with Hibbets, and you've been able to do now for a while with Dick's Sporting Goods, correct?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Next one on the list is probably going to be Foot Locker.
Right.
And all them. You know what I mean?
Right.
In this case here, I just feel as though that Nike's having this issue because they've really been making people upset in the sense that you can't get the sneakers you really want. So people are like, you know what? I'm going to start going to other brands. On top of the fact that they pulled themselves out of these stores, which allowed for room for other brands to put more inventory in there, i.e. Hoka.
Yeah.
You know, sure. Hoka's taking off now because they're in front of more people, being that the space was there.
Take a look at Nitro's comment.
Yeah, I was just about to get to that too.
Yeah.
If selling is the problem for Nike, can't sell Dunks and because took design from Asics and New Balance shoes. For Nike, can't sell Dunks and because took the design from. So they're saying that Nitro? Are you saying that Nike is trying to use designs from Asics and New Balance on their Dunk sneakers? Is that what you're saying?
I think so. So going back to the conversation we had just before this.
Correct.
I just thought about this. I literally thought about this.
Nah, go ahead, bro.
Let's say from us being YouTubers, right? We have access to NBA players, right?
Okay.
And you know, we go to the games, we're taking our pictures, whatever, and then we get a signed pair, right? So just a regular shoe, no matter what it is. You know, we got a signed pair from a basketball player, and then we sell that signed pair, and that's kind of like our thing. Would Nike come after us? We're not altering the shoe. It's just autographed.
No, I mean, Nike's got autographed shoes from Jordan that they auction off and do stuff with all the time.
So I was really trying to make the connection, you know, with that lawsuit to see, like, is it truly because it's being customized, even though he's not what's the name of that brand? I don't remember it, with the lightning bolt.
Kai.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Cool Kicks. Cool.
Yeah.
Kai Kicks or cool. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so
because
that was turning it into their own when it weren't theirs.
Correct. It was basically the silhouette with a lightning bolt on it.
Right. So that part I can see is like, all right, come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Like I said, I'm curious to see, like, you know, in my mind, when it comes to business, in my mind, I'm always connecting it back to what we talk about, which is the bottom line, which is, you know, is this. You can do what you want, but you got to break me off. That's pause.
So, just Secrethead goes, Babester was the brand that this. Babester had the star. Nah, Babester has the star.
They got the star, yeah.
Cool. It's Kai or Omni and a Hellcat or whatever. They had that bolt looking swoosh thing.
But yeah, it's the same concept because it's the same.
Correct.
Yeah, we know what shoe it is.
Yeah.
Right.
But I again, like okay. The other part of it is, and this is kind of weird to me because now, for example, I just saw a video from Rejuvenator.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, use my promo code WYK26 for 10% off.
Hey.
But I saw a video from Rejuvenator to where they restored a pair of What the Fives, right? The sole on the yellow pair was starting to come off, or maybe it wasn't What the Fives. It was it was a Jordan 5, regardless, right? So they said on there they had to get a whole new pair of Jordan 5s, remove the sole off it to replace the sole, to transfer it, right? And they had to paint and splatter and all that, you know what I mean? So now we have a situation to where they restored the shoe,
Right.
you know? When Nike was trying to have their own sneaker restoring thing, but you know, they had those issues where some of them things were coming back fakes,
Right.
that they were getting put out there. I bring that up to say I do wonder, though, how far this is to go, because I personally don't necessarily see a problem with customizing your shoes for your own liking. But I do get it to where, okay, they're customizing it and then they are trying to sell it in their own.
It's the sale, so which is the bottom.
You know,
if you were to acquire a sneaker and customize it, let's just say if you just change the colors of it, you just change the paint, just the colors, and nothing else, and you gave it away. So you are a customizer and you do a bunch of giveaways. Guys, give me 100 likes and I'll give this away to one of y'all, and you're just giving it away. I wouldn't see why any company would have a problem with that. It's the profit thereof where it's like, hold on a second, this guy is taking a Jordan 1 and sold it for how much? Did you say 6,500? How much?
Yeah, $6,500.
$6,000, and Nike is capturing how much of that profit? Oh yeah, that's lawsuit time. Oh, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much why it's happening.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like we don't nothing. Yeah.
Now listen. I mean, there's car brands out there that do the same thing.
Correct. And since you mentioned that Hot Tour girl, apparently she got lawsuits flying too. Have you heard about that?
Yes, because all that merch and stuff that they're creating, she didn't authorize any of that. So guess what? She's about to get paid.
That's right. Because the moment someone says, "Hey, I'll break you off," it's like, "All right, cool."
Because that's her face. You're using her face. You know what I'm saying? You're using her face. Now, granted, if somebody, what's going on with you, L.A. Armstrong? If somebody went ahead and trademarked that phrase before she got to,
she did. Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Correct.
You're right.
Correct. If somebody trademarked that phrase, yes. You know what I'm saying? They would have the opportunity to make all the money they want to because they trademarked the phrase.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, in that sense, yeah. But, Ferrari, okay? I don't know how they get away with this, but if they find out that you've modified that engine, apparently they have grounds to take the car back from you.
I wonder if that's within like a sales agreement. Like, let me give you an example. Even though people don't like it, the Tesla Cybertruck, right? You know, the funky looking one, the pickup truck. Tesla has it within their sales contract. This is a legit thing, to where you are not allowed to resell that truck until 1 year of you purchasing it. So if I was to go pick up a Tesla Cybertruck right now, you know, and these models are the foundation is going right about like $100K, right? That's not including the EV tax credit, but let's just say if I was to pick up a Cybertruck right now and somebody hit me up was like, "D, I want to buy that truck from you. I'll give you $150 for it." If I was to resell it to another person, Tesla can take the truck back away from me. And they have that written in their contract.
Well, imagine you sell it, the person takes ownership, and then they're like, they weren't allowed to do that, and they take the car from the person you sold it to.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll snatch it away. Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
Tesla got
yeah,
the right to do it. Yep. Because,
now,
like I said, that was a contract that was agreed upon delivery
Yeah.
of the vehicle. Yeah.
yeah. So, but then there's instances where you ever heard of the company called Hennessy?
Oh,
No, I'm not talking
oh,
about
you're not
the.
talking about the drink. Okay.
I'm not talking about the drink. I'm
Oh, I
talking
was about
about
to say,
the performance,
No.
the car performance. So let me share this
Tyler in the
tab
house.
with you real quick. What's going on with you, Tyler? What's going on, bro? Okay. You ever seen this before? They call it the Exorcist. So this is the car that is to compete with the Dodge Demon.
Okay.
So Hennessy came out with this performance package for the
okay.
Camaro,
I got
and
you.
they call it the Exorcist. 1,000 horsepower, all this like, bro, it's a crazy
crazy
car.
I like the name there. You got
Correct.
Demon, Hellcat, and now we got
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
I like that.
The crazy thing is they will buy the Camaro, do this crazy setup to them, and then go sell them.
They're tuning it right. They're modifying.
Yeah,
they're
they're putting the Exorcist package on them, and then they go and sell them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Now, mind you, Chevy's got their own like racing division and stuff that they do modifications to, because they have the I don't know if you recall, but they had like the Copo Camaro.
Yep.
That's the one with the wide rear tires, supposed to be set up for drag racing, and you can actually buy Camaros from Chevy directly that are set up for drag racing.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like you can do that. So obviously they do have the ZL1, the 1LE, the SS, like they have all these things, but they have their own racing division. And then there's companies like Hennessy that, they'll go and do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Now that's fine. You know what I mean? As far as Chevy is concerned, to them, that only boosts the brand, because it's like, hey, the imagination out there. There's another company that I forget what, I think they're in Georgia, to where they will take the Camaro and they will customize the body to turn it into a Firebird.
Right. Yep.
So, but the brand itself, like, GM, they don't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, this goes to show what you can do with their vehicles. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. So then that goes back. I'm gonna use the vehicle part, drag it back to our other conversation to say, all right, if you took, and I'm just gonna make this up. If you took a 4-banger Chrysler 300 and you put a Hellcat or a Demon motor inside of it, and you got to change the transmission, you got to do all the stuff, but is that a fake car now? When it's all
no, it's just a car with a different engine. But I mean, they've been engine swapping for how long?
Correct.
Now would you take? Now here's the thing, because Ferrari will do this to you. If you took the Ferrari engine out of there and you threw in like a Honda motor, regardless, yeah, they're taking that car back from you, bro.
Right. So
they don't want you doing that.
Tying it back to the sneakers, when we were talking about the fake deal, that's when I was like, if you're using all Nike product, now I can see if you collage in different brands, I see that. But if it's all Nike product and you're doing the engine swap,
yeah. But also part of this lawsuit includes his Shoe Surgeon Academy, to where Nike alleges that they are teaching people how to make fake sneakers, in a sense.
Right.
Because it is showing that you have, how to basically build the shoe from scratch. Now, there's a lot of people out there
Right.
that show the
Right.
breakdown of these sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Even,
Right.
and I brought up Reshoevn8r because I believe they've had videos out there where it shows them repairing a shoe. Matter of
Right.
fact, there's a video on there where the dude took a pair of Air Force Ones and he took stuff off of a Jordan 4 and customized it on an Air Force One.
Right.
Now they didn't sell it,
Right,
it
right.
was a one-off.
Right.
They didn't mass produce it. You know what I mean? So in that sense, what recourses Nike have? It's a one-off that they did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in this
right.
case here, they're taking them and selling them.
Right. And to your point, because because he isn't an authorized, reseller, then how difficult would it be for Nike to get on their team and be like, we need to generate these Wu-Tang ones?
Yeah, look at them. I mean,
They look dope. Yeah, they look dope.
Let me go back to these.
I was trying to figure out Ken Norton. When you go back to that,
Yeah, I'll get to the
you
comments
got
a
it.
little bit.
I was thinking, were those like Pollins? You like Pollen ones?
Yeah, pollen ones that
Yeah,
they
the
basically.
They got some sort of pattern on it, so they stamped it with something.
Yeah, it looks
stamped.
like snake scales or something like
Yep,
that.
Yep. So it's stamped.
Okay, and then they put the Wu-Tang symbol on there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But again,
Pollen
he
ones?
was selling those for $6,500.
Right. Right.
Now, I don't know of any shoe Nike retails for that amount of money.
Right. Right.
They did have the Wings program, but those approached about $1,000.
Right. And
You know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you, nothing for nothing. Nike, watch this. Nike doesn't have to sell it for that amount of money. If they can sell that right there for $180 and sell out.
Bro, they could sell this for $225 and it'd sell out.
Well, I know. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
You know what I'm saying? $180, I'd be like,
Detail like that, put with a storyline and the whole 9 yards.
matter of fact, $225, bro. The J Balvin's was
Right.
going for how much?
$250.
What's dropping? The Alma Meunier pairs.
Mhm.
They're going for $250. Yeah, they could put these at $300.
Right.
300,
No,
and
I
these
agree.
things are
I absolutely agree. I absolutely
You
agree.
What we got here? Ken Norton goes, I think Nike is worrying about these lawsuits now because they're losing money. Their stock is going down and everything, so they got to make up that money from somewhere. Correct, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. Their profits are down, so to show a higher valuation of the company, that's part of the reason why they had to fire a bunch of people too.
Yes, financially.
You know what I mean?
you gotta-
That's why they got rid of a lot of people as well.
Right.
But I agree. I feel as though that they are putting their energy in the wrong place.
Right.
The energy is in the wrong place, in my opinion. What we got here? Hey, just a heads up. I feel a shock drop in the near future. A shock drop on what, though? And we'll come back to that. What we got here? I hope him being a big time involved with Urban Necessities doesn't get hurt with this lawsuit. What we got? Nike stock is interesting at this time.
Oh, ATT Chris, he said, "Oh, we have an evening stream."
Yeah,
I
saw that.
I was off of work today, man, and I was like, man, let me jump on. I don't get to show my face too much.
When you give people a sneaker that they really want, they'll pay the dough. That's true. It's
Yes,
1,000% true. And
Yes.
so that leads me into another thing we talked about, bro. Like the shoes that people are really wanting and how difficult it is for them to get them. So we kind of touched on this earlier with the whole scarcity thing. But right now, when you look at it, Adidas is where they are, and they got no quote-unquote scarce pairs. Their best shoe that they're selling, even though we keep crying about Nike's sneaker innovation and all that, is the Samba, and the Samba's from when?
Long time ago.
They haven't really innovated on much of anything.
Right. Right.
The shoes are just accessible for people to get. I think the toughest shoe to cop right now is an AE1 from Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
What you got on it?
I agree with that. I agree.
So in this case here, I mean, I would say that everything that people have been saying as far as what Nike needs to do to get themselves back, I think is misguided, in my opinion.
Yo. Yeah, I'm about to put him on blast because number one, he don't watch my stuff anyway. So
Go ahead, put him on.
So I had on the Wu-Tang shirt. Ironically, I was wearing my Pollins. I was at a family barbecue. This is like a year ago, so this isn't new. But like I said, he don't watch my channel anyway. So he came up to me and with the straightest face, he complimented my shirt. You know, the big W, the Wu, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it said Wu-Tang on it. So he goes, "Hey, Derek, it's a nice shirt you have there. Wu-Tang, is that some sort of a martial arts facility?"
Nah, really?
I'm dead serious, bro.
Who was this guy? A friend of yours?
He's the brother of a friend of mine, but he wasn't joking. He was not.
How old is he?
Oh, he's older than me. Mid-50s, bro. Did not what Wu-Tang was, bro.
Bro.
I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. I don't know. It's random, but I just thought about that. Thought about those Pollins, and I started laughing.
I mean, listen. If you came up, I mean, is he listening to music like that?
Not that type. I was reading Tyler when Tyler said, when you give people the sneaker that they really want, they'll pay the dough. And then I thought about him. I was like, well, he won't, because he don't even know what the hell Wu-Tang is.
But I'm not heavy into rock and roll like that, but I know who some of these groups, like if you told me like Van Halen, Grateful Dead, you know what I mean? Like some of these, like I've heard of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, so was he not someone who watched like MTV or anything like that?
Look, I'm not going to speak in that man's life. He didn't know who Wu-Tang was.
Who does he know?
You know, like I said, I had to explain to him, I had to explain it to him. Like he wasn't even joking, you know what I mean? And like to your point, like I'm not an Elvis fan, bro. I'm not. I know who Elvis is. I know his
who
music.
Elvis is. I'm sure you've heard a couple of his songs.
No, I know his music. I'm just saying, I'm not a fan, but I know his music, right? I know you know what I mean? So yeah, to your point, yeah, you're absolutely right.
We got Nike coming for Etsy shops now. Hey, that's probably next on the docket. Listen, they sued them. They sued them rep shops over in China. They suing them.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
My man said, not knowing Wu-Tang is crazy. I'm 50.
Bro,
shout out to you, Superfly Kicks, for topping in.
What up?
Yeah, man.
Right.
I mean, look, we go after the customizers now. So I wonder though, like you said, I mean, because look, here's another one here that they did. They did a book, a book one.
Book one.
Now, see, look, they took the pull tab off. See, I think that's an upgrade in my opinion. 'Cause I think that quadruple, that loop around the loop around the loop pull tab, like I don't understand that.
Yeah, the three.
I don't like that, but yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I can lie. I mean,
these are fly. I like these.
Nice.
Those are pretty nice. You know what I mean? But damn, 60 million.
Yeah, that's a lot.
60 million.
That's a lot of money.
Elliot Armstrong goes, that's crazy and lazy. What shoe you talking about, fam? Which one here? Which one?
Oh, maybe he was referring to the Wu-Tang, not knowing who Wu-Tang is. That's crazy and lazy.
They need to start going after people buying reps next. Listen, look, the amount of, first off, See here, the law is weird because if you guys see, look, here's the thing though. I don't think we realize how small the sneaker market actually is in comparison to the purse market out here. Now, Mr. Dent, you from New York, so you
Chinatown.
know, so you know,
It's a
up
legit
there in
thing.
New York
Chinatown.
City,
Yeah, Chinatown.
so you know up there in New York City what it's like for the fake Gucci belts, the wallets, the purses, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And you can go down, they take you down into a basement area, and they got this stuff all up on the walls, bro. They
Yeah,
got
like
watches.
literally, it's known as yeah. Even in other countries, I mean, it's like that, and not just man, and like you said, it's not even just sneakers, man. They'll have rep Nick tickets just when you thought you had playoff tickets. They're fake. Like they're not. even real
I've
tickets.
heard of that. I've
That's
heard of
part.
that. You
That's
go
that part.
there.
It's not even just scalping. It's not like, hey, like what you were saying about the Taylor Swift. Hey, I got these tickets, and I'm just gonna I'm scalping them. I'm just gonna up that. That's different. But these are just fake tickets.
I've heard of that. You think you got yourself some tickets, you go there, and the next thing you know, they don't
Broadway
scan.
show or anything. Disney on Ice. You got your little kids
Yeah,
there. I got
next
some
thing you
Disney
know,
on
they
Ice.
yeah, next thing you know, they don't scan.
You ain't never lied.
Yeah, man, and someone just got beat $100. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
What we got here? They said that sounds like some anti-right to repair stuff. Repairing a shoe is totally different than trying to customize, put your own kind of design spin on it, and then sell it.
And selling it.
Yes.
I think that's no different than like us paying taxes here in America. And it's like, hey man, I got me a little side hustle. I make a couple of bucks on the side. And Uncle Sam's like, yeah, that's great. I want some of that money. I want some of that profit. You can do what you do. I want some.
If you can't be charged for buying stolen stuff, even if you didn't know, I'm just saying. Okay, well, if you buy something that is stolen and you didn't know, I mean, they're going to ask you, well, who'd you get it from? And that starts that trail. But in this sense here, I mean, you know you're buying it from a customizer that's not authorized to take their shoes, customize them, and turn them around and sell them.
And modify it and sell it.
You know what I mean? Now, could this possibly lead into resellers who buy the product and then turn around and try to resell it? Could that go to that route?
And
Because they aren't authorized Nike sellers, and they're essentially buying their product and selling it at a higher price.
And watch this. I was even going to take it a step further. What about all of these stolen Nike products? They popping up somewhere, right? You remember all of the warehouses getting hit and all that?
Yep. And you know they ain't gonna try and sell them on like a goat and stock. They're gonna
Right.
try and sell them on the street.
Man, they're just going to be at barbershops. You can be like, wait, are those the Olympic Paris or what, wet cements?
ATT Chris goes, people selling the Tiffany lobsters at the events are crazy, calling them customs and selling for $400 or $500. I've seen that a lot too. And that goes back to those. Remember those Jordan 11, the blue ones? Remember those blue Jordan 11s that everybody was trying to sell, and they were selling them at events, and everyone was like, "Oh, these are customs, or no, these are samples that Nike's going to be dropping." And they never came out. Even the Thunder, the blue Thunder 4s that are dropping next year, those were being sold by the rep factories first. Now Nike took them.
Yeah.
Took the same design, and now they're throwing a red Jumpman on the back
Right.
to distinguish it from the other pairs. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
you know what I mean? What we
Using
got
that
here?
idea.
If Nike were accusing a shoe surgeon selling fakes, then Nike can't sell Nike Cortex because took design from Asics Onitsuki gel light shoes.
I'm gonna have to look at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
That
to look
kick.
at that.
Yeah. I'm just
I'm gonna
not
have
familiar with
to.
that kick.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that either. Let's see here. Goes, yeah, I joined late. The right to repair thing was a bit of a jump. I understand where Nike is coming from with that, but you can extend the same logic to Etsy shops who sell painted Air Force Ones.
Customized ones.
It
Yeah,
is
we talked about
customized
that.
Air Force Ones. I mean that. I'm sure. I'm sure that's next. I'm sure that's next, where they're going to start going after the little guys as well. I feel like they're going to make an example out of this guy, just like they did my man who took those rep pairs of Air Force Ones and then videotaped and posted the fact that he was able to return them directly to Nike.
Yes. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember that.
He goes, I don't think that it's Shoe Surgeon selling fakes, though, was it? I thought it was him buying the shoes and then customizing them and charging crazy price. Well, and Nike is saying that his customized shoes aren't authorized by Nike, so essentially they're fakes. That's part of the lawsuit.
Right. And yep. And Chris, yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm like, what makes it a fake? Yeah.
You know.
I'm right there with you.
Let me see if I can find what it actually says in some of the lawsuit here.
Right.
Let me see if I can find some information on this. That is. Let's see here. Nope, this is an old one. So, I mean, this isn't the first time, though, Nike has gone after a customizer. Let's see. Shoe Surgeon. Let's see if I can get some information on this here. All right, I'm on Nice Kick site. All right, let's see if we can get some information here. Let's see here. So it says, all right, so now it's showing. Okay, so here are the pictures that have been submitted. So you have the Air Jordan 1 here, defendants counterfeit Nike shoes. So it looks like they took the Wings logo off of there.
Mm-hmm.
And changed up the outsole because it looks like this one's got a black outsole, whatever. That swoosh looks a little different, but it does say here, Defendants Academy does not just innocently teach consumers how to customize their own shoes. Instead, consumers pay defendants to learn how to manufacture brand new shoes comprised of trade dress and trademarks substantially indistinguishable from Nike's registered trade dress and trademarks. Defendants are thus teaching a course in Nike Counterfeiting 101. Defendants charge an astronomical price of $3,000 to $5,000 per person to attend their counterfeit academy. At that price, defendants' customers are encouraged to use their newly honed counterfeiting skills to venture into their own illicit business manufacturing and selling fake Nike shoes. Defendants' proliferation of additional counterfeiting operations de facto harms Nike due to a loss of control of its valuable brands. These additional counterfeiting operators, who learn their illicit craft from defendants, also harm consumers by tricking them into buying fake Nike shoes when they believe that they are purchasing genuine Nike shoes. So there you go. That's straight out of the lawsuit information there. What you got to say about that?
Wow. Maybe this is where that conversation of, I would like to attack this from like a business standpoint. I would, and like this is just my thought. This is just my idea. Me personally, if we were to apply this literally to any area of life, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would want somebody like that on my team. Like point blank period. Like if you got the market to be, because then I mean, watch this. How difficult of course they got the Nike by You and stuff like that, but how difficult would it be for Nike to have another brand, or not brand, but like I guess another department that's like Nike Customs? And yes, we do have $4,000 sneakers at this point.
So they technically do have a custom department with that Nike by You.
I know, but I'm talking about if this guy, if you have the audience for these upscale clients where you can sell $3,000-$4,000 sneakers, for lack of better words, because it's my brand, I want you on my team so I can get a cut of that money, and you can still sell your $3,000-$4,000 sneakers, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
So
Supply and demand.
Correct. So then you're talking about Nike a customized division to where the shoes basically costing what exactly he's talking about.
Maybe you're getting married and you want a nice dope custom kick for your wedding and blah blah blah, and you're willing to spend $3,000, and pick up.
And this is exactly shoes. Yeah, this is exactly why people will go to the customizers for something like that. You know what I'm saying? Guess what?
You can get it directly from Nike.
You know they're gonna charge more than that. They're gonna charge even more than that. Ah, man. Here we go. Ooh, you guys are in the comments right now. Let's see here. ATT Crisco, okay, I thought it was copyright infringement since I know the shoes themselves are legit because I had to provide a donor dunk for him to do my pair. So yeah, again, I think that's different. Sending in a pair for someone to customize for you is a whole different thing where you're paying them to do the work to the shoe that you own. I mean, once you own the sneaker, you can do whatever you want to it.
But
in a sense.
Sorry, I was just about to say that. Don't quote me on this because this is like mad old, and I'm sure we can Google it. But isn't there like a law or something about how we can't burn our money or something like that, like our own money, like physically, like light it up, or because of patriotism and stuff like that. Like let's just use the American flag. Like if I purchase the American flag, well, it's my flag, I pay for it, and you light it on fire. That's like, well, you can't do that. But like, well, it's my flag. So okay. I'm not saying that's what we should do.
No. It's funny you bring it up because it does say, yes, it is illegal to burn money in the United States and can result in fines and up to 10 years in prison. This is because defacing or debasing currency is a crime, and the laws behind this date back to the federal government's use of precious metals to mint coins.
So I know there's a difference, but I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe it is because it is Nike's product that they actually do got the rights beyond the sale. Rights beyond sale.
Well, let me tell you how crazy it goes because I brought up the By You program, right? Mm-hmm. So before they expanded upon that program with the use of materials that you can use now, like the Croc suede, tiger print, all that stuff, right? You could it was just leather, and they gave you an array of colors. The one thing they would not allow you to do is actually recreate your own By You Panda Dunk. Mm-hmm. They would not allow you to put the black and white color blocking for a Panda Dunk and make that a By You product. And I think to this day, you still can't do it.
Right.
Even though when you think about what they sold the Panda Dunk for versus what it costs to do the By You program, it was like a $40 difference. But see, to me, that's Nike understanding what's going on out here in the resale. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to hold people back from getting them at the time.
Yo, I'm actually glad this is coming up because I was real close. I'm going to go into a screen share here.
Go ahead.
That as fluent, with it as you are. But let me see here. But I had a friend here. Okay, this is a friend of mine out here in Colorado. Her name is Felina, close friend of mine, right? And
okay.
she literally she makes her own shoes, her own custom shoes. So it's not like she's taking, I don't know, another brand and modifying it. She literally from scratch like makes her own shoe. So here in this video,
that right there is called a toe cap. So generally,
but I was showing the video
like
of her, like, you know, making her shoes or whatever. Anyway, this is kind of like the point of it. We could stop the screen share on that. My bad. So this is the point of it, and this is before I even known. She had a bunch of fabric, and no lie, she had ostrich skin, which is apparently pretty expensive. And I told her, I was like, yo, you know, it'd be dope if you were to take one of my Jordan 1s, because, you know, I'm a one guy, take the swoosh off and give me an ostrich skin. She's like, I can totally do that for you. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't a sale, or, you know what I mean?
Nah, but you know, if you were to pay her to customize your shoe in that fashion, you know, listen, if you were taking your own shoes, customizing them, and showing people, hey, I can do this for you too. You know what I mean? You send me your shoe, and I can do the service.
Right.
I mean, that's like when you go out and you can get an airbrush shirt or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to like some of these places and they airbrush a shirt for you. You know, it's technically it's a custom shirt that's being made right there on the spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, when you take copyrighted symbols and try to make it your own thing, like for example, I see a lot of stuff pop up about you know, custom shirts that people make and sell. And if you go into the comments, you see some of the stuff that people are out here making custom and selling. It's like, well,
Jeffy,
you're using trademark characters to create your custom shirt to sell them. I was like, well, that didn't come. You're not authorized by the brand to use those characters to make your shirts and basically base your business off of it.
Right. No, yeah.
So eventually, you know, they're gonna get, you know, they become big enough, they're gonna get on somebody's radar, and someone's gonna come looking for them.
And that's exactly
for a cease and desist. Now, did they just go after Shoe Surgeon, or did they request a cease and desist? I don't know if you got to do one before you do the other, or anything like that, or if you can just outright sue them. You know what I mean? I don't know what the whole judicial process is when it comes to that kind of stuff, but what we got here? Superfly Kicks goes, someone posted the complaint files on IG. Yes, I've seen those floating around a lot. What we got here? Nitro goes, and if Nike says selling fakes of this customizer, they can't sell Nike Dunks and AJ1s that came out in 1985 stealing the design. Then New Balance 480 came out in 83.
Right. Yo, just a sneakerhead, man. Thanks for tapping in, bro.
Here's the thing, though, because Nike has been sued by other brands for creating shoes that look similar to something that they already had. So, just the thing is you don't really hear about it too much. But Nike has been sued by other brands, i.e. Adidas and them, for making sneakers that look similar to something that they produce. Now, as far as the Jordan 1 is concerned, I don't know. Because the design of the Jordan 1 is somewhat based on airship.
Airship, yeah.
You know what I mean? What else we got here? He goes, so they are mad he is charging people thousands of dollars to customize Jordan Nikes without their consent and teaching people to do the same.
So, all right. So, I'm glad they mentioned that because you read that in the article. He's charging thousands of dollars to come to my school, my academy. So you know, there's an educational portion to it too. He's making money all the way across the board, not just from selling his customs, but come to my school.
Well, and it's not just to learn how to make a sneaker, learn how to make your own Nike sneaker.
True. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Because the classes involve how to create, how to make the Nike swoosh, how to connect the panels, and all
You're
that.
right.
How to put it
You're
together to create your own Jordan 1. So it's not just the, hey, this is how you make sneakers. This is how you make Nike sneakers.
Yeah. I see it. It makes sense.
Josiah Keys, what's up, bro? How we doing out there, man?
All right, what up, man?
How we doing? Hey, shout out to everybody who's tapped in with me and Mr. Think right now on a Monday evening, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my man Mr. Think on Possible's channel and my own Way Your Kicks 26.
Salute to y'all. Thanks for tapping in, man. This was
Yeah,
random.
man.
You know what I mean? We just wanted
Yeah,
to
it's
chop.
definitely-
Honestly, this is just a chop up session. That's all.
It really is.
It's just a chop
What we
up.
got here? It is Nike's own intellectual property, so they can do whatever with the
Hey, yo.
silhouette, even if it's absolutely scummy.
Hey,
They
yo,
already
hey, yo.
pay for the legal retainer. Might as well recoup part of their market.
I was laughing at Perp. You'll get to him.
What we got here? I've sold Nike by you for overpriced before. You know what? It's funny you bring that up because I see a lot of people trying to sell their Nike by you stuff on eBay. And what they'll do, and so when you get a Nike by you, Mr. Think, they put your name on the box and all that. So some
Oh,
people,
yeah.
they try to sell them and say no box.
Mm-hmm.
What we got here? Elliot Armstrong goes, I think the problem is they would then have to pay their employees. They'd rather just sue them. What you think about that?
Yeah, I ultimately I was kind of reverting back to that old school tactic of, you know, kind of like, and people disagree with it, but you know, one of those like if you can't beat them, join them, you know, kind of deal. But I mean, that's what the lawsuit's for. You know, they're going to recover money. There's no doubt about it. Who knows how much they'll actually get, but you know, they're going to recover some funds. But I'm thinking kind of like long term, like Lewis, my guy. You got some great ideas, man. You make a fantastic product. It's our product. Get on board with us. Let's work together and push this product out to the consumers. I mean, that's my business mind. You know, and instead of me just shutting you down and demolishing you, I can use those ideas, man. Those are fresh, good stuff. It is working for you. Let it work for us. I mean, that's my business mind coming out.
Yeah, so it's interesting you bring that up because for any of you out there who have worked in corporate America before, if you come up with something new, like a new program, a new script, and when I say script, like a script that, you know, kicks off a function on the computer, right? If you do that and use it at work, the company says that that's their property, even though you're the one that created it. So if you leave, you can't use that somewhere else.
That's right. It's theirs.
You know what I mean? That's their intellectual property, even though it was you who created it.
Right.
Let's see here. What we got? Let's see. Pod 100%. Why pay for all the patents and everything that goes into it? Why just let anyone do what they want? They should just take them on to the team. Superfly Kicks goes, they don't have rights beyond sale.
Oh, that was because I was saying with the whole money, I think, you know, like burning the money. And so it's different, obviously, for the sneakers.
What we got? Nitro goes, it could be Nike products. They have outsourced other materials from materials and factory. Could be. Just Sneakerhead goes, I think you can do the Panda colorway now with Nike by you. Yeah, you might be able to now. You might. You might be able to now. Pie Desert goes, money is different. The Secret Service and Federal Reserve governs that.
Yeah, you remember when I was talking about
the burning
the flag or burning the money. Yeah.
Jeffrey Flight 23 checking in. What's going on with you, bro? Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate everybody tapping in right now to this Chop It Up session we got going on.
Sure.
Hey, I gotta go, family. Y'all have a good
I
one. Be tapped in. Peace out to you, bro. Appreciate it. Superfly Kicks goes, I think the problem with Shoe Surgeon, he's not adding to the shoe. He actually tearing down the whole shoe and just using the sole. My man goes, take everybody.
I know, that's why I started laughing. I was like, yo, perfect.
Take everybody to jail.
Perp said, take them all.
I believe if you add to the shoe, it's okay. Well, I guess that's up to the brand, right?
Right.
That's up to the brand, what they say about it. Jeffrey Flight 23 goes, I hope this dude has very good lawyers. He going to need them. He going to need them. Oh, here we go. It's a cobbler class. Yes, the shoe cobblers. That's another one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's another one. ATT Chris goes, it's not even worth it to fight Nike when it comes to legally. Everyone who even remotely did lost millions or would lose millions just on fees. Just have to settle with them at this point. Yeah. ATT Chris goes, only New Balance by You program is worth money now that they shut the program down. Only New Balance by You program is worth... Wait. Oh, they shut it down. Okay. I see what you're saying. So New Balance used to be able to customize the shoe.
Yeah, and now it has value now that it's gone.
Elliot Armstrong goes, similar to a video game buyout. Jeffrey Flight 23 goes straight up to jail.
Interesting.
Yeah,
thanks for sharing those thoughts, man. Those are some very interesting thoughts.
Very interesting thoughts indeed. I mean, look, speaking of the video game thing, so there are video game customizers out there who take games like Street Fighter, and I don't know how they do this, bro, but they somehow add all these move lists and stuff to the game, and they got these characters doing crap that I know damn well I've never seen them be able to do in any of the video games that Capcom has put out there. You know what I mean? So I don't know how they're doing it. I mean, but the thing is I don't believe they're able to sell the game to people.
Right.
Now you're talking about a modified game not authorized for sale by Capcom or PlayStation or, any of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So technically that would be illegal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Here. What do you think about this? Superfly Kicks goes, I bet they asked to work with him and he turned them down.
Anything's possible. Especially if the numbers aren't right. Meaning, yeah, I kind of make more doing it on my own, but thanks.
Correct, right? Because you essentially obtain how much of the profits versus if you had to go through Nike, obviously now your profits are being cut down considerably.
Right.
But in this case here, you're about to get put out of business.
Correct. So I think a big lesson here would be if this guy is as good as he is, which apparently he's pretty good, he could have actually just created his own brand or just have like this master class of shoemaking or whatever the case is and didn't have to pick on a particular brand. Mm-hmm. Because that brand did get him the attention. There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm. It's true. But, when you think about creating sneakers out here, there's the crowd who says, I do want innovation from my brands. Then they try to give us the innovation and they're like, well, we just want the old stuff because this innovation is terrible.
Sucks.
And Wear Tester's video that he just put out about, I think it's called Why Nike Sucks right now, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Oh, or something close to it, right? Yep.
Something close to it, right? He gives a very detailed breakdown as far as how Nike used to do things, particularly with the basketball division and where it was through the 90s and early 2000s and to where it is now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sneakernomics is another one who gets into the fact that the advertising from Nike is just terrible these days, where I think the latest commercial thing they put out, you can see there on the Nike app, it's Ken Griffey and Travis Scott. So they're trying to do all this stuff now in lieu of the All-Star game coming up here soon. But Travis Scott, again, is like you're trying to connect the two because Ken Griffey Jr. is from a time of like the older sneakerheads, and everybody loves a lot of the Ken Griffey kicks. And Travis Scott's from the other side of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like they're overusing Travis Scott, in my opinion.
And nothing for nothing. I think it's very smart for Nike to do, because you have to go with what works, and he's working for sure. Like Clark, Caitlin, right? Like they really should use what works at this particular.
But are they doing anything for Caitlin Clark? What advertising have you seen for her?
It hasn't really been much.
There hasn't been anything really, except that banner that they dropped.
Yeah.
They gave her that contract.
Yeah, they really should be, leaning off of that. Like,
she don't even have her own shoe, bro.
Correct.
She's still wearing Kobe's.
They should be marketing that. Like, honestly, they, you know what I mean. Until some new innovation comes up, they really should be pressing that.
Like, how are you not using her for any commercials or anything like that?
Because let me ask you this: I'm gonna talk about one of the collaborations, like Union. Like, what's going on with Union, bro?
What do you mean?
Like, as far as like products, the last Union sneaker we got was that one, right?
The Field General.
Oh wait, the Field General.
The Field Generals.
Did I miss that?
The three different Field General lows that dropped. Well, I think one of them hasn't. The black pair hasn't dropped yet. But yeah, the Union Field Generals. While you get to that here, what we got? Superfly Kicks goes, it's going to cost him the same money to fight them in court or more.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, with the Field Generals?
Yeah, yep.
Let's see. Pod Desert goes, video game industry leans into the modding community. Yes, video game modding. Yeah, I'm sure they do. They could still have legal grounds to it, like Nintendo did with Project M. See, now you're getting into stuff that I don't necessarily know about what Project M is, but I would definitely look to research that. Superfly Kicks goes, Bape is the only brand, probably talking about Bape, is the only brand I've seen them go light on. They didn't ask Bape for any money, is what I mean by go light. But they did ask them to discontinue a couple of the silhouettes.
Yep.
They did do that. Let's see here. Pod Desert goes, it was a mod for Smash Brothers Brawl and not distributed for a financial exchange, and I believe you need an existing copy of Brawl, so it's not completely pirating. Still got a cease and desist.
Yep. Super Smash Bros. Yep.
Yeah. Travis Scott Field General is live on sneakers now for purchase. Travis Scott Field General? Interesting.
Yeah, was that the shock drop?
Or was it that all black pair? Or is it that all black pair? Let's see here. Travis Scott Field General. Oh, I see here. Is it live? Or is it just an advertisement for it?
Superfly Kicks said he didn't get him. Superfly, where you at? Where you located at? Because I think that was a Texas only deal.
Was it?
Yeah, I bet you he's in
Texas.
On
Sneakers, Superfly. On Sneakers app? Is it a Sneakers Pass?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Superfly, tell us where you at, bro.
Yeah, is it a Sneakers? Probably a Sneakers Pass then. I don't even see him here. I don't see him. I didn't get him. I don't even see him, so yeah, I don't know. Let's see here what we got. Ellie Armstrong goes, it's all about the type of marketing. They gave her $28 million before the marketing could be set, so she really has no incentive. I mean, that's on Nike though. That's on Nike to give her that amount of money, those amount of years, and then have no marketing campaign.
Mm-hmm.
It said maybe Caitlin Clark silhouette and commercials in the pipeline. Maybe, but as of right now, we know her to be seeing Kobe's all the time. So, I guess from Nike's standpoint, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, you still advertising these Kobe's for us?
He's in
Superfly kick sales. I'm in Dallas.
Told you. It was the Texas thing. I heard about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got you.
It was the Texas thing.
Got you.
It wasn't available to us. We had no clue.
Oh. See, Superfly, you getting us all excited out here, and it's just for your state, bro.
Right. It was you only.
170 was the price, he says.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, look, man. Like I said earlier, bro. Like Nike's really got bigger problems than trying to sue all these people. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they need to get their sales up. Now, granted, Jordan Brand sales were up 6%. But as far as what they're doing quarter to quarter, the Nike sales haven't necessarily moved, even though they are still beating out the other brands. The other brands are having bigger jumps in sales than they are.
All right, so let me ask you this: with the product that we currently get from Nike, right? Currently speaking, do you think it's good enough? This is just a question. Do you think it's good enough for them just to lower prices right now, or do we need like a shake up as far as like, we need innovation, we need better prices, we need more quality materials, like we need the whole 9 yards at this point? Like bringing down the prices isn't good enough.
I think lowering prices would probably be a step in the right direction in terms of their overall sales. Because look what's happening right now. For example, those Jordan 1 black and golds that are supposed to be dropping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are some resellers out here who have that pair early, and they're selling them for $150
already. Yeah.
Versus, I just saw Oneness Boutique dropped them today at their normal $180 price. I mean, they're already going for way below retail right now on Goat and StockX.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So, okay, let's say you, for whatever reason, don't have trust in those companies to purchase the shoe early, even though you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you could wait for it to go down in price on Nike, but even so, there's the weight, obviously, that's involved. But at the end of the day, the fact that that shoe won't move until the price drops like that, you know what I mean, is just going to, it just goes to show that people are like, okay, most of these sneakers are going on sale anyway. There's no reason for me to go out here and spend $180 on this shoe. If I wait a couple weeks, I'm getting them for $140, $130. If I wait even longer, I'll probably be able to pick them up for like $100, like the yellow ochres.
Right.
Mr. Think, you got IG, bro?
Yeah. I literally just replied to him.
Put it out there for people so they know what your IG is, so they can find you.
Man, I'm such an old head, man. Like I really need to get on like X and IG more often. I'm actually looking to change a lot of stuff over to X, bro.
Hey, for everybody out here who's tapped in right now, make sure you go follow my guy, Mr. Think, on IG at Nah Chills. He put it there in the chat. Go ahead, run that follower count up so he can start doing some more there.
Right.
Force him to do it.
Right.
Force my man to do it.
I know, and that name has nothing to do with this, but hey, nah.
I mean, look, you want to rebrand yourself? You could do that too, right? Go ahead, create a new one.
Nah, chill.
Rebrand yourself.
Nah, chill.
He's like, I ain't doing all that work. He's like, I ain't doing all that. Hey, listen, I could have done the same thing with my Twitter, and I said, screw that. I made this how long ago?
Right.
I'm just sticking with it.
I'm gonna jump on right now, and
we're just sticking with it. There you go.
Appreciate
there you go. They just sent a request to you. Heck yeah, go run that that follower count up, chat. Go run it up on them. Make sure you DM him, do everything. Make his ass get on there.
Yo, hey, yo, your boy Jay. Hey, yo, your boy Jay just went off like that. I see. I don't even get on.
You didn't see that? He made that like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, when he fell off the stretcher.
Yes, with a gurney falls and then he rolls and it's him.
I never saw that. Yo, that was dope.
Man.
That was
Your
dope.
boy Jay Elevate getting creative on there. You know, he trying to get in on the trends.
Yeah, I like that. That
Shoot.
was dope.
Shoot, man.
Yo, that was dope. Yeah, it's all good, fam. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
So he said it was a stream.
Yeah, I did. Apparently it was a live stream or something like that. I don't know. I didn't even see it. You know what I mean? I did not even see it. We'll have to see. I'll have to go around and look and see what's up with that. I didn't even get an alert to it, to be honest with you. You know? What we got here? Pod Desert goes, I mean, they almost lean too hard into what works. But outside of Jordan and Travis, what moves consistently for the average consumer that isn't a simple shoe for less than 120, approximately 150? Okay.
Yeah, check out Superfly Kicks YouTube too, because I know.
Here's the thing with Jordan Brand and Nike. What we don't realize is those Team Jordans, not for nothing, those Team Jordans are probably some of their best sellers out there. They put out there last year that they've did over $1 billion with them. And for most of us, like I said, in the niche sneakerhead community, we don't really think much of those shoes, but not for nothing, there's a lot of people who buy those up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was in JD Sport Finish Line the other day. A couple people walking in asking for black Air Forces.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where, you know, there's a lot of shoes that move like that we don't really think about because of what we're in. But then that goes back to Adidas. You know, that Samba is doing numbers right now.
Right.
And that Samba's like, what, $100? In which Nike is trying to come up with a $100 or less silhouette that the masses are going to love. I mean, the last silhouette that they had that the masses loved like that was the Panda Dunks. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the, what else we had? What were those fly knit shoes called? They were like running shoes. They had like a foam outsole. Damn, I'm trying to think of them. What is that shoe? I can't think of it. It was like I see it in my head. You had a run back in like 2015, 2016. Did anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about? It was like a cotton netting material, a foam outsole. Oh man, we were talking about these once before too. Damn.
While you work on that, Superfly Kicks. I'm guilty. You can't see it. Let me get my head out the way. I'm guilty because I watch this cat. I watch this cat stuff, and you see I was ghost watching. I'm not subscribed. So subscribe to his channel because I actually watched this cat. I just never hit that button for some weird reason. I don't know why. It's not even no hate. I just never did it. But I do follow this cat.
All right, make sure to go follow you guys. Superfly Kicks too.
Yo, give Superfly Kicks a follow, man. This cat got some dope content. It's Superfly Kicks.
Let's go. Let me
on
go
YouTube.
to it real quick.
His name is spelled the same as that way. Right on YouTube. Thanks for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in.
Superfly Kicks.
Yeah.
There we go. I just subscribed to you too.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I think you know what? I have come across this content before, I believe.
Me too. Me too.
I have. Yeah, man. You just got two more subs, bro. No doubt.
Appreciate you, bro. Oh,
No
yeah.
doubt.
Yes,
You know.
sir. That's what I get for being a ghost watcher.
Yeah.
Pac-Man
Hey,
watcher.
listen, man. Everyone. I think a lot of people ghost watch, bro.
Yeah, mine wasn't even on
Right.
purpose. Actually,
You know.
when I looked it up, that's how I put myself on the spot because I was surprised that I wasn't subbed up to him. That's
Man,
why-
I cannot remember the name of this damn silhouette, bro. I see him. I see the shoe,
Alright,
and it's like the
so-
name's on the tip of my tongue, but
So you said it was a dunk?
nah, it was like a running shoe that and they had all these different colors. Let me see here. Nike running shoe with foam outsole. Cannot remember what the heck the name of the shoe was. And it was like the wave for a good minute too. The run freeze, the free runs. What was it called?
Superfly put it up there.
The Roshi. Thank you. The Roshi. Thank you. The Roshi.
There it
The
is.
Nike Roshi.
He just took
yes.
it down to 2, by the way.
I appreciate it, 100%. The Nike Roshi, yes. Let me go ahead and bring these up right now.
Hey fam, just a quick time check. You got 446. Well, 646 for you.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. The Nike Roshi, these right here, yes. These had a run. For a good minute.
Yeah, I actually remember these joints.
My man Jeffrey Flight 23 goes, are all the kicks behind me DS? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I just keep my shoes clean, and because I switch between a lot of them. And if you need to clean your sneakers, make sure you go ahead and get yourself some Reshoevn cleaning solution, the 3-brush system, okay? Use my promo code WYK26 for all your sneaker cleaning needs. Save yourself 10% off. And listen, an order of $40 or more will save you on that shipping cost as well.
Yo, all right, Jeffrey Flight 23. I want you to join us. on Saturday morning, and I want you to ask that question to Jay Elevate.
Oh,
Man, love Jay. I know you're gonna see this. Man, love.
yo! Man!
Now, Purpose always getting on Jay. He man, like 97% of his kicks is DS.
Yo, listen, this man said that, he goes, well, I wear them around the house.
Right.
He goes, I wear them around the house.
Oh snap!
Hey, man, listen, look, Jeffrey Flight 23, I appreciate it, but I'm telling you, I take care of my shoes, bro. I do. I take care of my shoes. You know, some of these now, I got to go and clean them because, you know, when you driving, especially when you got like a white midsole, you driving and after a while you get like that little dirty spot in that one little corner of the midsole. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I know some of you guys out there, I've heard stories of how you switch your shoes when you go to drive. I heard one dude, was it you that told me you know someone that puts a towel?
That's me. I'm the one.
Oh, you put it. Okay, yeah.
I call it driver's foot. I got that from I call it driver's foot. Yep. I put a towel down. It's only on the right foot.
My man Jeffrey Fight 23 goes, why? Because Jay keep them DS exposed.
You're not gonna be able to see it. I got a little bit of driver's foot on there, just a little bit.
Yeah, listen, that happens to me too, man.
Like you said, I mean,
That happens to me too.
I keep my joints clean. Like I wear
You know?
my kicks.
That happens to me too.
I just clean them up.
Shoot.
Put
Yep.
a towel down. I put a YouTube short out about that. I lay a towel
Oh,
down.
did you? Did you put a
Uh-huh.
short out about that? That's funny.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, my man said he out here exposing Jay right now.
Nah, my bad. man. It's
Watch,
all love.
they gonna run
It's
over
all
to Jay and start getting on him like, yo, you don't wear your sneakers?
love.
My man Tyler goes, where your kicks? Where did you get that dope shirt? Hey, bro, I actually got these made here for myself. If any of you guys are interested, hit me up, man. Start distributing
Merch.
these for real.
Merch.
You know, hey, look, you got to advertise for yourself first, right? What we got here? He goes, I hate that itch to wear your kicks. Okay, got to try the driver's towel. Yeah, listen, I hate it too. You know what I mean? You get out and you're sitting there like, oh, I see a little spot I got there on the heel or whatever. I get it. Those patent UNC the shots are fire though. You talking about your shoes, Mr. Think?
Oh, the Fearless? Appreciate
The
you.
Fearless joints, yeah.
Yeah,
The Fearless
man.
joints.
Yo, during COVID, them mugs was gone for like 500-600.
Bro, during COVID, how many sneakers were going for 400, 500, 600?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bro. Eesh.
Pod does
Them yellow ochres right there would be going for 400.
They would be.
Magic Eraser.
Pod Desert
Okay.
goes Magic Eraser. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Especially on that rubber, yeah.
Yes. Magic Eraser. Matter of fact, there's a because I know I'm plugging them again, but Rejuvenator's got now
Big
these dry erasers, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to push that.
Right.
I know I probably should, but I'm like, come on, man. Those ain't no different than what you can get at your grocery store or convenience store, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
My man said he drive a clutch, so yeah, stick shift. Yep, your left shoe's getting towed up too. Yep.
So I drive stick as well. My car's a stick, and I must say, like, the thing. Okay, here's the thing: the creasing is the worst part,
Yeah,
especially when you're driving stick.
Yeah.
So listen, my man Tyler was in the chat. He put me onto the crease piece. I wasn't necessarily with him. I never tried them. He sent me a pair, and I'm converted now. I use them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but see, there's all these different levels of them. I use the thinnest one they got though. That seems to be the most comfortable. It's a little extra work, but you know when you driving and doing all this other kind of stuff, especially for y'all out there who only use one foot to drive. I mean, your right shoe obviously going to get creased up a lot faster than your left shoe. Not unless you take it off or do all these other things. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you right now, the crease piece. My man said driving is deadly for Jordan. I'm telling you, man. Look, and I was one that used to use like those sneaker shields inside the shoe. Remember the plastic joints that go in there?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Can't do it no more. I got you on TV, Mr. Thing. I'm possible where you. Hey, man, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you guys.
Salute, brother.
Appreciate you for that. For real. For real.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, man. Listen, I would say this though, with everything that's going on right now, it's going to be interesting to see what this lawsuit right now. Mind you, Nike is still, I believe, in an ongoing lawsuit with StockX. We haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah. That's right.
We have not heard much about that at all. So that is still a lawsuit we're waiting for a resolution on. You know what I mean?
100. And fam, I'm just thinking about this. This is for Superfly Kicks, like I said, because I've already watched his stuff. I'm gonna chop it up with you on IG, man, behind the scenes, and yeah, let's get you on this panel, bro. What's good?
Yeah, man, for real.
Come
For
visit.
real, let's do that. Yeah, you got to get with us, especially on a Saturday morning, bro.
Come give us a visit.
Yeah, man.
My man got kicks.
Couple of you guys out here in
Yeah.
the chat, man, for real. Oh, and don't forget, on our One Pair at a Time podcast channel, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to that. But sneaker battles are coming to the channel here very, very soon. You guys got to get ready for that. Got to be ready for how we're going to run it, too. It ain't going to be a run in the mill, just, oh, you show your best shoe, Nah, you're going to have to put in a little bit of work here to win these. For real.
Right. Hey, yo, my man Elliot said a shower cap for your Yo, my man said go pick up a Magnum XXXXXL.
He said that. Oh, you know they do have like a can I say this on live? A sneaker condom, bro. They do have something like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like this stretchy thing you can put around the shoe. I've seen that. They make them.
I even saw one that you can do that. I don't know if it was like a Shein kind of deal, but pretty much it was for like the rain. So if you want to waterproof your kicks, yeah, it was a sneaker boot. You know, like
Yeah, that's
a
what I'm
rubber
talking
boot.
about. Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My man said they make shoe booties that come in a box with like latex gloves. Yes, they do.
Yeah. See,
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. What my man say? He goes, all right, I'll convert on pairs. I want to keep them most fresh. Okay.
yeah, that's what's up.
Okay.
That is
My
what's up.
man say, Jam, y'all go live vertical. It do hit different numbers wise. So you know what? Someone said that on Saturday about vertical, but is that just a matter of turning the phones vertical? Like what? I
think
got to
so.
find out what the difference is in that.
Yeah.
Got to find out what the difference is in that as far as going vertical is concerned. But yeah, we've had people talk to us about that before. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something we're going to look into. What we got here? I used to make people wear them when they got into my ride. Oh my god.
Oh, little stick booties. Yeah. Hey, yo, what kind of rip you got? I'm just curious. Let's look at this rip.
Got
What
them
is this rip?
disposable shoe covers in the glove box.
That's gonna have to be like a little skit right there. Somebody go get in your car. You like, excuse me.
They said, are we on StreamYard? It's an option now on their platform. Okay, we do use StreamYard. So, all right, we'll definitely look into that. Appreciate that info, though.
Oh yeah, for
Definitely,
sure.
100%. Mr. Think, man, what you got, bro, to close out? Because I
Hey.
definitely got to get going here in a little bit.
Yeah, look, number one, thanks for tapping in. I know it was like a short, late notice kind of deal. I was off of work today. I hit Lewis up and I was like, yo, fam, let's jump on the live, man. Let's just have a little kick it session. So outside of Saturdays, man, when we can tap in with y'all, man, like just plug up, man. I want to get y'all. I want to get y'all that's tapping in, if you're comfortable with it. I want to get you up on the panel. Like literally, man, like just kick it. Just kick it with us. Man, I'm looking
Yes,
forward to that.
100%.
Right. So thanks for tapping in.
100%, man.
Appreciate you.
100%, man. What we got here? Oh, what about that blue thing you wear on your shoes at the hospital? Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Yes, that's true. That's true, too. You know
I
what
heard somebody was cracking jokes. It's like, why don't you just clean your mats in your car? Because somebody put that on my short. I was like, look, man, it's feet. It's the ground. It gets dirty.
Yeah, because once you clean them, you get in your car, you get out, get in your car, get out. Guess what?
Right.
That dirt won't get in there again. I mean, listen,
Right.
you
I was like, it's a mat. Step on it.
even if you invested in like the drip grip, which they say it gives you like 10,000 steps or something like that when you're wearing them. Like there's stuff that gets attached to the bottom and get in your car.
Correct.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Exactly.
Superfly Kicks goes, people be hating. 100% they hate, bro.
Uh-huh.
Listen, everybody's always got something to say about something you do until it could possibly become the norm. And now they looking like weirdos for not doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But look, man, listen, we appreciate each and every one of y'all that tapped in with us right here on this impromptu live between myself and Mr. Think I'm Possible. In any case, this is Lewis of the Wear Your Kicks channel reminding you to be true, stay in the moment, and don't forget, every day's a great day to wear your kicks. And we out.
Hey, appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah, man. Peace.